How can you use this strategy solve a simpler problem to help you solve a problem with patterns? Graphic organizers are awesome for this. So I'm going to take you through this problem. We'll do this one together and show you how I'm going to use a table to help solve this problem. Casey is making a design with triangles and beads for a costume. In his design, each pattern unit adds 3 triangles and 18 beads. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and start my table. I have number of triangles and number of beads. And it says right there in the problem, for every 3 triangles, there are 18 beads. So I'm going to fill that out in my table. I could continue filling out my table. For example, if I had 6 triangles, then I would have, let's see, 18 more would be 36 beads. But up here in the problem, it says Casey uses 72 triangles. So I'm going to skip a few and fill in 72 for the number of triangles. What I really want to know is how many beads will he use if he uses 72 triangles. So I want to find my unknown in the table there. Well, the rule that we notice from this table is we're going to multiply the number of triangles by 6 to get the number of beads. So my simpler problem is that 72 multiplied by 6. This will give me the number of beads. All right, so my final answer is 432 beads. Will be used when Casey uses 72 triangles in his design. Before you attempt problem number 1 on your own, I want to make something very clear to you. They talk about vertical fence posts. Those are called posts when they're vertical. And then they talk about horizontal rails. The ones that go horizontally are called rails. That's important. So pause the video, attempt this, and then check your work with mine. All right, so he builds rail fences. For one style of fence, each section uses 3 vertical posts. So I'm building my handy dandy table and rails. 3 posts for every 6 rails. And then I'm going to label this sections, section 1, section 2, etc. How many rails does he need for a fence that has 27 posts? So I don't know what section that is, so I'm going to put a question mark there. And section 2 would be double 3 would be 6. 6 and 6 is 12. We skipped a few, and now we're at 27 posts. So did you see a rule? I surely did. I saw that if you multiply the number of posts by 2, you get the number of rails. So if I apply that rule here, I get 27 multiplied by 2 gives me 54. So my final answer is 54 rails will be needed for a fence that has 27 posts. So here's a problem that's very similar to problem number 1. You should be able to do this one on your own, so pause and check your work. Okay, so I'm going to admit that the first time I did this problem, I actually got the wrong answer because I forgot to use my graphic organizer over here, my picture, and I was only counting 2 posts instead of 3. But notice this has 3 posts. So I did it a second time and got the right answer, 108 rails. After problem number 2, problem number 3 should be easy for you. Go ahead and figure out a rule for this and solve the unknown. Pause the video, then resume. All right, for this one, the rule I found was you multiply the number of hours worked by 25, and that will give you Jane's pay. My answer was $1,000. Here's your last problem of this lesson. Take a look at these figures. Can you come up with a rule? Well, I see my original shape was this piece, and I added on 2 squares to the ends on the top and 2 squares on the bottom. So then I had this piece, and I added on 2 to the top and 2 to the bottom again. And then I had this piece, and I added on the squares at the top and at the bottom. All right, so I'm seeing a pattern that it looks like I'm adding 4 squares each time. Well, what would figure 5 look like? I think I just need to replicate figure 4 and then add on 4 more squares. All right, so I've replicated what figure 4 was, so now I just need to add on a square to each of the ends on the top and then 2 squares on the bottom. That's what figure 5 would look like.